Salutations guys, Shadow Speakerman here. Welcome to the definitive Skibiditoilet Iceberg Explained, where I go over the many entries in this large list. These entries range from content in the series to the many things that happen in the fandom. In case you are not aware of what an iceberg is, an iceberg is a form of chart which displays that the top entries are the most well known, and as the list gets lower and lower, the probability of you knowing what the entry is decreases rapidly. But before we start this adventure of a video, please like and subscribe as it greatly helps me in this channel. So with all of that out of the way, let's get straight into the first entry. The sky, or level 1 of the iceberg. These entries are well known to most people. Dafuq Boom. Mr. Boom is a skilled SFM animation creator that is well known for being responsible for the creation of Skibiditoilet. February 7th, 2023. This is the date of when Mr. Boom posted his first video of Skibiditoilet. Crazy to think it's been over a year now. Memes. This entry depicts all of the many memes that have been released regarding this popular series. And while some of them are genuinely funny, some are unfortunately cringe as well. Dom Dom Yes Yes by Bizer King and Give It To Me by Timbaland. These two songs are the original samples used by Mr. Boom to make the iconic Skibidi song that the toilets sing. Fan-made music videos. This entry describes the many fan-made music videos that have been made extending the original song of Skibiditoilet for those who actually want to hear the full thing. Skibiditoilet's audience mostly ranges from ages 2 to 11. This is a common misconception, as all ages watch and enjoy Skibiditoilet, and the core intended audience is ages 14 to 19, which actually is the majority of the age group who watches Skibiditoilet. Skibiditoilet Multiverse. The Skibiditoilet Multiverse is a series made by Dom Studio, which is based off of the original Skibiditoilet series. However, over time, it has become the second largest Skibiditoilet related series on YouTube, as it has millions of fans who eagerly wait to watch the next installment. It has its own story and characters that are really intriguing, so I recommend you go check it out. Cameramen, Speakermen, and TV Men. The Cameramen, Speakerman, and TV Men are the protagonists of the Skibiditoilet series. Each of their races have their own unique traits and roles which relate to their hardware origins. And together, they make up the next entry on this list, which is the Alliance. The Alliance is the organization consisting of the camera, speaker, and TV men that were previously mentioned. The Alliance's goal is to defeat the Skibiditoilets and retake control over the planet. However, each of the Alliance's races have their own rules to fulfill. Cameramen are the main troops in surveillance of the Alliance, while the Speakermen are the support of the Alliance, and finally the TV men are the analysts of the Alliance as they observe the battles that the Alliance partakes in. Titans. The Titans are powerful colossal special agents that each race of the Alliance has. First, for the Cameraman, we have Titan Cameraman. Then for the Speakermen, we have Titan Speakerman. And finally for the TV men, which you have probably already guessed, they have Titan TV Men. Skibiditoilet 1 through 3 have no lore. This entry shows that the first 3 episodes of Skibiditoilet have no lore, which is correct, as Skibiditoilet started off as a one-off joke and only developed to what it is today because of its insane popularity. Skibiditoilet lore. The lore of Skibiditoilet is incredibly detailed and has a large narrative over the entire series, even if it is difficult to see in the first 15 episodes. Male 07 head is used for the original Skibiditoilet. This entry describes that the infamous Valve Male 07 model is the model for the very first Skibiditoilet. Female Alliance members. For every race in Skibiditoilet, there is always a corresponding female member. For instance, for the Cameramen, there is Camerawoman, then for the Speakermen, there is Speakerwoman, and then finally, as you probably guessed again, for the TV men, there is TV Woman. Skibiditoilet episode 57 and 67 are split into parts. This entry depicts the style of video posting that Mr. Boom adapted to when the episode started to get way too long and high quality to wait for the full episode. And this style has been used a lot ever since those first split episodes. However, the best part is that when Mr. Boom posts the full episode, it usually includes many bonus scenes, so that is cool. Full season videos. This is also a video style that Mr. Boom adapted. This entails that for every 3 episodes that are posted, he will also post a season video that includes many bonus scenes as well, so it is always something for us analysts to look forward to. Everybody wants to rule the world. This is the anti-Skibidi song, which is also the Speakerman's theme. Skibiditoilet syndrome. This is the name for the fictional syndrome made for children who are obsessed with Skibiditoilet. For instance, people will say this kid has Skibiditoilet syndrome whenever there will be a cringe video online of a child doing something Skibiditoilet related. Lankybox. Lankybox is a children-oriented channel that is responsible for most of the actual Skibiditoilet brain rot you will see online. It is incredibly obvious that he is a clickbait trend follower that attracts specifically children. Every actual fan of Skibiditoilet dislikes him. Fan art. This entry tells of the many fan-made artwork. There are tons of cool and fun artwork out there. However, there are also some that are pretty weird as well. Plungerman. Plungerman was one of the main protagonists of Skibiditoilet. He was known for being an all-black cameraman who mainly wielded a plunger, hence why his name is Plungerman. However, he tragically met his end when he valiantly fought against the scientist Skibidi in episode 70. Simp Cameraman. Simp Cameraman is a cameraman who is discernible from the other cameraman by his yellow striped tie. He is also called Simp Cameraman because of the long-running joke that Mr. Boom has implemented into the series, where he is constantly going after TV Woman. However, to this day, his efforts have been futile. G-Toilet's upgrades. It is no doubt that G-Man has had the most upgrades out of any character in the series. At this current moment, he has been upgraded over 5 times, and to no one's surprise, we all eagerly wait for his 6th upgrade, which will be his Titan extensions. Creekcraft. Creekcraft is a popular streamer who has gained popularity as a Roblox and Skibiditoilet content creator. Episode 39 through 59 arc. This arc does not have a clear title, but I personally like to call it the Titan Recovery arc, as we get both the return of Titan Cameraman and the disinfection of Titan Speakerman in this arc. But leave an answer in the comments of what you think this arc should be called. TV Men Talk Backwards. This entry pretty much explains itself. The TV men talk backwards, and before they were regularly in the subtitles, it used to be a pain for us analysts to know what they were saying. Scientist Toilet. The Scientist Toilet was responsible for all of the technological advancements made to the Skibiditoilets. He was also the main antagonist of the series from episode 60 to 70. He met his end by the hand of every single character we have seen in the show in the epic fight of episode 70. POV Cameramen. This entry tells that in every episode, except for episode 74, we follow a cameraman, which we are the POV of. Notable characters we have been the POV of is Titan Cameraman in episode 51, Plunger in episode 70, and Camera Woman in episode 73. Fan-made characters. This entry tells of the many fan-made characters such as the Drill Men, Clock Men, and the Pencil Men from Dom Studios' Skibiditoilet multiverse. There are many fan-made characters, but these are definitely the most well-known. This is the end of the first layer. So now that we are done with all of the information you all pretty much know, we can move into the next layer. The tip of the iceberg, or layer 2 of the iceberg. All of these entries are mostly known by the fans of the series. Tri-Titan. The Tri-Titan is a colossal titan introduced in Verlance's Skibidi Wars series. What makes him stand out is that his entire being is a collaboration between all 3 Alliance races, as he possesses Cameraman, Speakerman, and TV Man technology. He is a ruthless killing machine and is known for being extremely powerful in that series. Bald Skibiditoilet. The Bald Skibiditoilet is a goofy wingding that was introduced in episode 1 of Monster Up's Skibiditoilet Zombie Universe. He is a very intelligent and resourceful Skibidi, and he may have been the catalyst of the Skibiditoilets and Alliance teaming up. He pretty chill, not gonna lie, gotta protect him at all costs. Skibiditoilet movie. That is right, according to Michael Bay, Mr. Boom, and the previous president of Paramount Pictures, a Skibiditoilet movie is in the very early stages of development, and that they have many plans for the Skibiditoilet franchise as a whole. Yasin Sengiz. I don't know if I just butchered that name, but anyway, Yasin Sengiz is the man who dances in the original Skibidi song meme that went viral before Skibiditoilet existed. Elite Cameraman, ISO Toilet, and Moby. All of these people I have mentioned are diligent Skibidi toilet analysis YouTubers who go over every single bit of news Skibidi toilet gets. Secret Agent. Secret Agent is Boom's avatar put into Skibidi toilet. His character is known for being behind the scenes and making numerous hidden appearances throughout the episodes. It is unclear if he is on the Alliance's side or not, but he is responsible for the Plunger's death, so keep that in mind. Skibidi Bathtub. The Skibidi Bathtub is a unique and only momentary antagonist that appeared in episode 55. He is a Skibidi with 3 heads, and it is the only Skibidi toilet to not actually be in a toilet. Mr. Boom's old videos. Although Mr. Boom is mostly known for his creation of Skibidi Toilet, he was actually making very great content before Skibidi Toilet. Examples include Multiverse of Beatbox, his Transformers videos, and his numerous Male 07 videos. I suggest you watch them as they are very entertaining as well. Upgraded Scientist Toilet is actually a mech. This entry tells that the huge scientist we see in episode 60 through 67 is actually a mech and not actually him. This gets proven in the end of episode 67 as we see the scientist jump out of the mech once it has been destroyed by Titan TV Man. G-Toilet Clone Theory. This is a theory that has been proven to be true. This theory is that there are clones of G-Man, and that is why we see him die so many times, but he always still comes back. This was confirmed in episodes 65 and 68. Skibidi Toilet Analysis YouTubers. Just like I said before, there are numerous analysis YouTubers such as Elite Cameraman, Iron Cameraman, ISO Toilet, dafuq, and Shadow Speakerman, who analyze this series as a whole. Most assets used in Skibidi Toilet are from Half-Life and Garry's Mod. This entry describes the noticeable detail of how much models from Valve Mr. Boom uses in his Skibidi Toilet series. For instance, G-Man is actually an original character from Half-Life 2, and the classic Skibidi Toilet is the Male 07 from Garry's Mod. Alexei Gerasimov. Again, don't know if I butchered that name, but Alexei Gerasimov is the real name of Mr. Boom. Skibidi Toilets Attack. Toilets Attack is a forgotten mobile game where you play as the cameraman and fight the Skibidi toilets. I don't know if it is a good game as I have personally never played it, but it exists. Mr. Boom's Store. This entry tells of Mr. Boom's official store page where he posts leaks and sells his original high-quality merch. r/Skibidi Toilet. This is the main subreddit for Skibidi Toilet where you can engage with the large community that posts there. Penguin Z0 Toilet. This entry tells that shortly after Moist Critical made his What is Skibidi Toilet video, Mr. Boom actually added him in the series, as we can see him in episode 61 where he gets killed by the speaker woman. America. America is a short video posted by Mr. Boom making fun of America's pursuit for oil, as we see a Skibidi Toilet Biden attack the POV who says he found oil. Astro Toilets. The Astro Toilets are an alien race that are similar to the original Skibidi Toilets. However, they are known to be far larger in power compared to the original Skibidi Toilets. They also are on nobody's side in this war as they kill both Skibidi Toilets and Alliance members. Built by Gamers. Built by Gamers is a large YouTube channel that is known for reacting to content. They have gained popularity in the Skibidi Toilet community for reacting to the recent episodes. Infected Titan Speakerman. This entry is about how Titan Speakerman got infected by a Skibidi parasite and was against the Alliance for over a quarter of the series. Since he got disinfected in episode 57, he has been set on redeeming himself with the Alliance. Skibidi Toilet Wiki. There is an entire wiki made by fans where you can get every piece of Skibidi Toilet information that you need. If you have any questions, you will find your answers there. The Alliance members are robots. This entry describes that each of the Alliance members are all robots because of their hardware origins. This is pretty obvious, so I don't know why it is mentioned in the Iceberg. Skull Toilet. Skull Toilet is a Skibidi toilet that, strangely enough, teleported to attack the Alliance in episode 55. However, he was quickly killed by Titan Cameraman after his introduction, which is unfortunate because he was a really cool Skibidi toilet to be killed so quickly. Acid Toilets. The Acid Toilets are a faction of Skibidi toilets, most notable for their kamikaze troops, that are capable of even taking out Titans. The Acid is a strange ability that I hope Mr. Boom goes more into detail with soon in the series, as it has been shown to be incredibly overpowered. Gray Skibidi Toilets. This entry describes that there are many skibidi toilets that are gray for some reason. They have no advantages with being gray, they are just, for some reason, a different color. Skibidi urinal. The skibidi urinal is a character that appeared once all the way back in episode 2. We have not seen them since. Skibidi Toilet Siege Defense. Skibidi Toilet Siege Defense is a Roblox skibidi toilet game where you can play as skibidi toilets or the Alliance, and you fight each other. Andreas Iskander. Andreas Iskander is another typical YouTube content trend chaser, primarily for children. But if you ask me, he is way better than LankyBox, as it actually seems like he puts effort into his videos, and his content seems a little less brain-rotted. This is the end of the second layer, or the tip of the iceberg. Let's begin the third layer. Layer 3, or body of the iceberg. These entries are lesser known to the community and start to get more obscure. Multiverse of Beatbox. Multiverse of Beatbox is a series made by Mr. Boom where the previously mentioned male 07 model does a lot of beatboxing and a ton of crazy crap happens. There are many theories on whether Skibidi Toilet and this universe connect, but there is no definitive proof yet. Skibidi Toilet takes place before the events of 9/11. There have always been questions on when Skibidi Toilet takes place, and one of the main factors in proving that it takes place in the past is that in episode 20, when G-Man successfully defeats Titan Cameraman, we can actually see the Twin Towers, so that means it takes place before. Mr. Boom makes more than $500,000 a month. It is no surprise that Mr. Boom makes a ton of money from his series. And I would say he even makes more than this a month with how many of his old videos still gets tens of thousands of views each day. Skibidi Toilet is from Georgia. This strange entry depicts that Mr. Boom is actually a native of the former Soviet Republic of Georgia. Skibidi Toilet leaks. With every recent installment of the Skibidi Toilet series, Mr. Boom posts leaks of the new episode shortly before it comes out to hype up the fans and to give analysts something to make a video on. However, some of these specific leaks are rather peculiar, which we will go into later in the iceberg. Skibidi Toilet figures. On the previously mentioned official store, there are numerous little figures which you can buy. These figures include all 3 of the Titans, G-Toilet, TV Woman, and each of the race's default agents. However, some corporations have thought about making their own official merch, which leads us directly into the next entry. Bootleg merch. With the rise of any popular series, there are always businesses ready to sell their second-rate merch to get money. And as you can imagine, these products are not that good. Like, holy crap, look how they massacred my boy Titan Speakerman. Why does he look like that? But anyways, on to the next entry. Alpha. Alpha is an important character introduced in episode 20 of Dom Studios' Multiverse. She was known for commanding the Skibidi Toilets and being a servant of a higher entity we have not seen yet. However, she met her demise by the Titan Clockman in episode 30. Counter Titan. The Counter Titan is a unique skilled agent dispatched by the previously mentioned Alpha to kill the Alliance and Skibidi Toilets. He is known as the Counter Titan because he possesses the special ability to copy the abilities of the enemy he is fighting, which makes him a perfect counter to the Titans. Humans. This entry depicts that at the end of episode 73, we actually see humans for the first time in quite a while in the series. And then again in episode 74, we see even more humans. However, these humans have unfortunately contracted brain rot, so they were quickly killed. Fast Armored Toilet. The Fast Armored Skibidi Toilet is an unhinged battle ram that killed hundreds of cameramen and is responsible for winning the fight between G-Man and Titan Cameraman, because he kamikazed himself onto Titan Cameraman, which instantly destroyed his shield and hand. Astro Duchess. The Astro Duchess is a unique villain introduced in episode 76 of Skibidi Toilet, and she possesses many unique Astro abilities such as warping, laser mouth and eyes, and gravitational manipulation. She is most likely going to be as important to the lore as the Assailant Astro, as Mr. Boom said this is the Skibidi Toilet character that he simps for, so I don't doubt that she will play a larger role in the series moving forward. This is the end of the third layer / body of the iceberg. Layer 4, or Under the Water. These entries are unknown to the majority of the audience, so let's get straight into the fourth layer because this is when things truly get intriguing. Skibidi toilet-like mutant seen in dafuq SFM. This entry depicts that in one of Mr. Boom's old videos, a particularly strange one at that, we can actually see a Skibidi toilet-esque appearance long before Skibidi toilet even came out. And this is not even the only strange appearance of Skibidi toilet-like entity in his old videos, because we see another one in this next entry. I'm not even going to try to pronounce that, so just watch the video yourself real quick. Although this video is strange, the reason it is on this iceberg is because we can actually see a head in a urinal, which reminds us of the Skibidi urinal in episode 2. Perhaps the Skibidi urinal was based on this? Skibidi bop yes yes yes. This is the song that went to the trending meme of the guy dancing. Troll leaks. Sometimes when Mr. Boom will post his previously mentioned leaks, he will post them in a meme format which is always sus beyond all belief. The true leader of the Skibidi toilets is undisputed. This was a mystery to us as we see 3 different Skibidi toilets take the role of leader. These 3 toilets are the G-Man, the Mafia toilet, and the Scientist. However, with recent additions to the Skibidi toilet series, we now know that G-Man is the true leader of the Skibidi toilets. Mr. Boom's 2023 August false copyright incident. This was an incident that took place almost a year ago where Mr. Boom had Skibidi toilet episodes 44 through 47 falsely copyrighted. However, the incident was solved, so now it is a thing of the past. Female Skibidi toilets. This entry describes that we have seen little of female Skibidi toilets. However, in episode 75, we actually saw a new female hybrid who looks like she will play a bigger role in the series. Skibidi Friend. This is a strange, well-made fan series that depicts that the Skibidi toilets were originally friends with the Alliance before they betrayed each other and then started fighting like normal. Blue-coated cameraman. The blue-coated cameraman, or lucky cameraman, is a very important lore character that is known as the secret agent's informant in the Alliance. As of right now, he has been caught by the detective cameraman in the secret scene of season 24. Detective cameraman. The detective cameraman is a trench-coated hat-wearing cameraman known for investigating and arresting Lucky Cameraman in the secret scene of season 24. Cameraman 1247. Cameraman 1247 is the label put on one of the tablets that the POV cameraman uses in episode 56. This could imply that there are more than 1,000 cameramen in the Skibidi toilet series. However, this is all just a theory. All episodes total up to 2 hours. After over a year of constant Skibidi toilet development, the Skibidi series totals up to about 2 hours, which is about the average length of a movie, so now you know. Racist Titan Speakerman. This entry tells of an ongoing joke in the Risen One's videos where Titan Speakerman is racist for some reason. But with that entry, this is the end of the 4th layer, / under the water. Layer 5, bottom of the iceberg. This is where the entries start to get really obscure. Skibidi toilet death count. As of season 24, there have been over 700 deaths in the Skibidi toilet series. X18. X18 is an anti-zombie energy source from Monster Up's zombie universe that can be utilized to upgrade one's abilities to suit zombie killing. Its main function is to permanently kill zombies and has many modifications. False DMCA strike sent to Gary's mod. This tells of how on July 30th, a DMCA strike was sent to the Gary's mod creator, which first of all, Skibidi Toilet takes models from Gary's mod, so Skibidi Toilet sending them a DMCA makes absolutely no sense. And second, this was confirmed by Mr. Boom to be false, so thankfully no drama came from this. The original Skibidi Toilet. The original Skibidi Toilet appeared in episode 1 of this series. His head model is that of Male 07. However, he appeared next in episode 4 where he led the Skibidi toilets to the dining hall. And while the appearance of the Male 07 is the default head model for the Skibidi toilets, we have no proof on whether the very first Skibidi toilet is alive or not. Skibidi Toilet Church. The Skibidi Toilet Church is an area in which multiple Skibidi toilets grouped up in episode 10 to hear what the angel Skibidi had to say. However, the Skibidi Toilet Church has been abolished after its invasion by the Cameramen. Skibiditoilet characters and character.ai. This entry describes the many fictional AI conversations you can have on character.ai with numerous Skibiditoilet characters like Plunger, TV Woman, and even G-Man. Blue Gray, Demand. Demand is a music video made by Blue Gray / Mr. Boom, which represented his mental decline due to the demanding nature of his environment and situation. The music video is probably mentioned on this Iceberg because once everybody realized that there were cameraman and a TV men in this, they all consider this to be the secret Skibiditoilet episode since it was deleted. However, this music video came out a year before Skibiditoilet, and was simply a passion project by Mr. Boom. The music video is well made and animated, and has a ton of deeper meaning in subjects such as his disdain for his country and the danger of a self-neglecting work situation. Phantom Toilet. The Phantom Toilet is a major antagonist in the Skibidi War series. She has many unique abilities like telekinesis and possession, which she uses efficiently. Microwave Man. The Microwave Man is a character from a troll leak that Mr. Boom posted. He is literally just a basic man model with a microwave for a head. This is the end of the 5th layer / bottom of the iceberg. Let's get straight into the next one. Layer 6 / the Abyss. These entries are Skibiditoilet lore analysis level, so you probably won't know most of them. Skibiditoilet anatomy. The anatomy of a Skibiditoilet is a mysterious concept which has had many fans puzzled for a long time. There have been no indications on the anatomy outside of what you can normally see in a head. Astro technology gives characters the ability to talk. This theory is pretty much fact, as there are 3 separate instances of us seeing characters being able to talk after coming into contact with Astro technology. First, we have Titan Cameraman, who was able to say his iconic 4 plunger line after equipping the Detainer's Claw in episode 72. Then second, we have G-Man, who was able to speak perfect English in episode 73 after his fight with the Astro Detainer in the previous episode. And finally, we have the several G-Squad members such as the Police, Buzzsaw, and Berserker hybrids who were able to speak English after applying Astro upgrades to themselves. The Knight. The Knight is a dimension-hopping multiversal warrior that is essentially Monster Up's equivalent to the Secret Agent. Future Large Clockman. The Future Large Clockman is a special Clockman agent that debuted in Skibiditoilet Multiverse 15. Just like the Knight, he has the ability to hop across multiverses using his unique abilities. He plays a huge role in the series and is known for being behind the scenes and orchestrating many events throughout the series. He is also known for giving the Commander a really good fight in episode 39. Humans are nearly extinct. With the rise of the Skibiditoilets and the introduction of the hardware heads, the presence of humans in Skibiditoilet is incredibly small. This could be due to the possible extinction event of every single human has either turned into a Skibiditoilet or an Alliance member. However, there is still the squad we saw in episode 73, but we have not seen anything recently regarding them either. TV men may be traitors. This is a common theory of almost every single analysis channel. The theory in question states that the TV men may betray the Alliance, as we see them barely participating and even avoiding battles throughout the series. However, it is unclear if anything will ever come of this. Early episodes take place in Ohio. According to the descriptions of the early episodes, we could see the descriptions saying toilet in Ohio. So yeah, they do take place in Ohio. Computer men theory. This theory tells how there may be a 4th hardware-based race. This race would be the Computer Men, as there have been many hints leading towards them throughout the series. However, I find the introduction of a new race to be not likely, as the current roster is way too balanced to cleanly add a new race this late in the series. There are over 130 different Skibiditoilet species. With how huge this series is, it is no surprise that there are tons of different and unique Skibiditoilet types in the show. From Skibiditoilet policemen to the mutant hybrids, these are just a couple of the many races in this huge series. Exploding toilets. This entry describes the many kamikaze Skibiditoilets that sacrifice their lives to damage the Alliance in any way they can. The 7 theory. This theory is a noticeable detail of episodes involving the number 7. These episodes in question are always super important to the plot, however in this entry specifically, it is mentioning the episodes that end with 7 are usually the most important, such as episode 47 where we saw the jumping of Titan TV Man and the introduction of Secret Agent, and episode 57 where we had the disinfection of Titan Speakerman. Then finally we have episode 67, which was the Titan vs Scientist mech fight and the return of Titan TV Man. Now episode 77 is coming out, and we will have to see if it matches these previous episodes' standards. Skibiditoilet mobile game short. I did a ton of research on this, and either this is just the previously mentioned Skibiditoilet's attack game, or this is talking about some of those advertisements you can get, which is a clickbait Skibiditoilet mobile game ad, which usually doesn't lead to the game advertised. The mobile game that is usually displayed in these clickbait ads is the Toilets Attack mobile game. Skibiditoilet lost media. Skibiditoilet has had a large amount of lost content over its lifespan. From deleted mobile games to forgotten fan series, there is a ton of content that has unfortunately been lost over time. This is the end of Layer 6 / the Abyss, so on to the next layer. Layer 7 / the Unknown. These entries are only known by a very small amount of dedicated fans. Skibiditoilet R34.
We ain't here to hurt nobody.
Bootleg Skibiditoilet mobile games. This entry is confusing as all mobile games are technically not official, which makes them bootleg. So in this entry I will just go over the many low quality mobile games. So first we have this stupid Skibiditoilet fake call game where you can totally call the real Skibiditoilet from Ohio. Second, we have a Skibiditoilet puzzle game, which is just like every other puzzle game, but obviously the characters replaced with a Skibiditoilet. And finally, we have a stupid horror game where you get chased by a stupid looking Skibiditoilet. So those are just a few of the many poorly made Skibiditoilet mobile games. If you want something Skibiditoilet related to play on your mobile device, just play Toilets Attack. It's really one of the only good ones. Skibiditoilet X The Amazing Digital Circus. I'm not sure what this is directly referencing to, as both Skibiditoilet and The Amazing Digital Circus have never had any crossovers to my knowledge. So potentially this entry is mentioning how there have been many fan-made videos in which both Skibiditoilet and Amazing Digital Circus are the main characters, or potentially this is mentioning something that will appear later in this iceberg. Unknown Skibiditoilet. This entry means one of two things. First, this entry represents the many unknown Skibiditoilets that most people don't realize exist, as they are just background characters that didn't get much in-depth coverage. Or second, this entry represents the many Skibiditoilets that have an unknown status. These toilets include the Breaking Bad toilets, the micro Skibiditoilets, and even currently, the Titan Cameraman. The normal Skibiditoilets are extinct. This was a common theory that stated that we had not seen normal Skibiditoilets in a long time, so everybody just assumed that they had died out. However, this was proven wrong in episode 73, where we see 3 stupid and dumb normal Skibiditoilets try to confront Titan TV Man in his enraged state. Easter egg characters from early episodes. Although characters like Plunger and Dark Speakerman have somewhat standoutish introductions, we can actually see them as background characters in the early episodes, which really adds to the rewatching experience. Non-combat toilets. There are many Skibiditoilets who are not specialized in combat. These toilets include scientist toilets, normal Skibiditoilets, and carrier Skibiditoilets. Brown Skibiditoilet. Congratulations, this is the 100th entry. So anyway, the brown Skibiditoilet is a special toilet that appeared in episode 15 and 27. What makes this Skibidi so special? He is special because he is black. But anyway, Skibidi Cat. This entry could again mean one of two things. First, this could be referring to the Skibidi Cat that briefly appeared in episode 16 along the scientist. Or second, this entry could be referring to the Skibidi Cat series made by TV Titan 2010, where all Skibiditoilets are replaced by cats. Semi-giant Skibiditoilet. The semi-giant Skibiditoilet is a Skibidi that appears to be slightly smaller than the average giant Skibiditoilet. So far, they've only had a total of 2 appearances, which are in episode 51 and 53. Fake G-Man theory. Shout out to user KW6RN for this topic idea. This entry tells how the same flying buzzsaw toilet we saw in episode 47 that attacked Titan TV Man is the same Skibidi that faked being G-Man in episode 65, as both have the same fervor. There is really no evidence towards this theory, but it is cool to think about. Astros are based on royalty/military ranking. Shout out to Gazebo for this topic idea. This entry depicts how the Astros hierarchy is similar to that of both military and royal ranking, with no striped troops being the basic foot soldiers of the Astro Force, and one striped troops being the more powerful soldiers like the Interceptors and the Impactors. Then the 3 striped troops are elite agents like the Detainer and the Juggernaut. Then skipping a rank, we have the 5 striped commanders like G-Man and the Assailant that lead the Astros. And then finally we have the special Astros that are distinguishable from the others because they have a halo, like the Duchess, the Mothership, and even the Scientist. Shout out to Blue Titan Cameraman for the Scientist fact. Slime Cat. Slime Cat is another content trend chaser that primarily targets children. They make animations on anything that slightly gains traction. I'm not sure why this animation channel is this low on the iceberg, but here they are, I guess. Swastika appears in the Skibiditoilet base in old episode 67 part 4. This entry describes how in Skibiditoilet, one of their flags is similar to the swastika. However, there are many other symbols that this symbol resembles, so it is not at all a direct link. Baba Booey. Baba Booey is the phrase that is labeled on the remote detonation device used to kill many skibidis in episode 15. Hanging water tank skibidi toilet. This toilet is a stupid skibidi toilet that defies logic by somehow suspending his extended water tank in midair. He appeared in episode 25 and was victimized by the Speakerman. Many people theorize that he is the first Astro because his stupid floating water tank has its own static warp levitator. I'm just kidding. Spider-Man is still alive. I don't really know what this could be directly mentioning, so if you guys have any idea, please put it in the comments. Grandfather Skibiditoilet is the Scientist. This was a common theory way back where people theorized that the grandfather Skibidi in episode 4 and 14 was the Scientist. They aren't, but a lot of people for some reason thought they were. Skibiditoilet multiverse will be ending on the 50th episode. This is a topic that has been confirmed by Dom Studio. This topic is that the multiverse will end on episode 50 and will wrap up with essentially a movie-long ending. G-Man's absence and the G-Man apocalypse in the multiverse. With how important of a character G-Man is in the original series, it is no surprise that G-Man being an important character in these multiverses is to be expected at this point. However, it was confusing for us viewers of Dom Studios' multiverse because you would expect the largest fan-made Skibiditoilet series to have the most important character in the original series in it. However, he was completely absent until we saw him in bonus scenes in seasons 8 and 9, where he was secured deep in the final Skibiditoilet base with no other goals than to secure the completion of the highly anticipated apocalypse of his name. Now currently in the multiverse, despite the Alliance's best efforts, the G-Man apocalypse was accomplished and we were finally shown what it had in store for us. And that was a behemoth-sized mobile base of a G-Man who is currently the largest character in any multiverse so far. It is unclear how the Alliance will deal with such an impossible enemy, but we shall see in future installments. This is the end of the 7th layer / the unknown. Now it is time to get into the final layer. Layer 8 or bottom of the sea.
You have no idea what's coming.
UTTP. The YouTube Troll Police, or the UTTP for short, is a cartoon police group that used to be active on YouTube and Discord. What they are supposed to do is focus on anti-trolling, counter-trolling, and anti-cringe operations. However, that is exactly what they are not. The UTTP gained infamy by having many bot hosting members that would spam offensive messages on any video that was trending. And when I say spam, I mean spam, like upwards to 1,000 offensive comments on one trending video. They are distinct because they always have UTTP in their name, and their profile picture always features some variation of this cartoon police. However, spamming is not the worst they have done, because the UTTP is just a cover for all the truly illegal content they love to share, such as PC backwards and animal abuse videos. And if you dare make any attempts to shut down what they are participating in, they will not hesitate to dox you. The entire community is a cesspool of degenerate and cowardly individuals that live on the internet for others' suffering. The reason they are featured here is because they used to flood Skibiditoilet comments as well. They especially targeted Skibiditoilet so much that Mr. Boom himself commented on the leading video and ended up getting the leader banned, which caused a mass downsize of the UTTP-related spam across YouTube. So, W Boom. Skibiditoilet content farm / Elsagate content. The term Elsagate originates from a corrupt YouTuber known for strategically creating overly sexual content with children-oriented characters and style of content. This content's purpose was to lure children into their videos with sexual style of thumbnails with characters they love in order to desensitize them to the nature of the content being shown. So in simple terms, it was essentially a form of grooming. Now that you are familiar with that disgusting term, we can move on to the skibiditoilet aspect of this entry. Previously on this iceberg, I mentioned how there might be something else that the skibiditoilet x the Amazing Digital Circus entry could be mentioning. And while even now, I have not seen anything official between the two, there is, however, something huge that both have in common, and that is both communities have a large amount of children. So as you can guess, this topic I am going over is how both Skibiditoilet and the Amazing Digital Circus have a large amount of Elsagate content. As a matter of fact, I have found a large playlist consisting of videos with unsavory thumbnails such as these. As I mentioned before, these creators only have one evil intent behind these videos, and that is to groom the children that inevitably watch them. So I highly recommend you report any content you see that is like this, as hopefully the YouTube moderation team will actually do something about it. ASTL, or the Anti-Skibiditoilet Legion. The Anti-Skibiditoilet Legion is everything that the Skibiditoilet fanbase is against. It is a community made by Parlo, who is a popular YouTuber. The irony in the situation is that Parlo was heavily against the rampant degenerate community known as the UTTP. And while that community has died down quite a bit, many members have simply relocated to the cover of the ASTL for their illegal degeneracy. So in simple terms, Parlo recreated the very thing he sought to destroy. But to talk about the community itself, their main Discord server is filled with degenerate cockroaches that are obsessed with PC backwards and doxing people. A YouTuber friend of mine, Just Naomi, has made multiple videos explaining the situation of the Anti-Skibiditoilet Legion. So I suggest that if you want to know more about this topic, you should watch her videos about it. Mr. Epic. Mr. Epic is a skilled editor known for making great edits on Skibiditoilet. However, that is not why he is on the iceberg, let alone this far down on it, because Mr. Epic is on this iceberg because of the alleged, I repeat, alleged depraved activity on his Discord that he has been accused of. This activity ranges from sending PC backwards and animal abuse videos to a 13-year-old, to manipulating his audience against individuals. I suggest you watch Just Naomi's videos on it if you want to have more context. Skibiditoilet is made for mind control towards children. That is right, Skibiditoilet is mind control for children by the government, so the next generation will be overflowing with brain rot, and we will be easy to enslave. Just conspiratorial people overreacting about things they hate. Skibiditoilet Multiverse is canon to the original series. The Skibiditoilet Multiverse made an Easter egg cameo in episode 74, where when the POV approaches the Titan G-Man blueprints, he knocks a clock, a drill, and pencils off the table aggressively. The objects are obviously referencing the various main races introduced in the Multiverse series, so that's pretty cool. Skibiditoilet will end in 2024. Skibiditoilet was popularly believed to be ending around episode 70 when the series had ended an era of the series. But with the introduction of the Astros and G-Man still being a threat, Skibiditoilet continued better than ever. So Skibiditoilet will not end in 2024 as the Astro arc has a ton in store for us. Skibiditoilet is based on a true story. This entry describes how the original Skibiditoilet was inspired by a vivid, reoccurring nightmare that Mr. Boom was having. So yes, Skibiditoilet is based on something from a true dream story. Skibiditoilet is 1984. This entry describes how many people have found that the Skibiditoilet series uses a large number of motifs that were used in 1984, especially with concepts such as mass surveillance. Creekcraft is Mr. Boom. This entry is false as Creekcraft is elite cameraman, however, Stakesdad is Mr. Boom if you were wanting to know. Guy on Newspaper. The Guy on Newspaper in episode 70 where Pludger enters the lore room, we can see a newspaper which shows the secret agent becoming the administrator of Alpha Hills Labs. This will probably have major lore implications later in the series, so make sure to remember this. Skibidi. This entry represents how the Skibiditoilets use the Greek language for their written language. The Alliance's real origins. We eagerly wait to find out the origins of the Alliance, from the supposed gateway that was opened in the flashback of episode 73, to all hardware heads being cyborgs, Hopefully all will be explained soon in the series. Humans and flashback of episode 73. Shout out to Lyric Track LTM Craft for this topic idea. This entry describes how the people we see doing the experiment in episode 73 are from left to right, the mech scientist, the scientist we see in episode 35 who invented the anti-parasite rifle, camera woman, and finally Plunger. Skibiditoilet is a metaphor for the Iraq War. Some people have theorized how Skibiditoilet could be a metaphor for the Iraq War, how the Skibiditoilets represent the invading Americans for their resources and bombing their cities, while the cameraman represent the Iraq army that is constantly trying to trample their enemies and not really winning that much. But this is just what people have theorized. However, with that, this is the end of the 8th layer of this iceberg, and in turn, this is the end of the episode. I truly hope you enjoyed this adventure of a video. I spent over a month working on it, so I hope you learned many new things from this. Again, thank you to all the viewers that left many interesting entries in the comments. Your comments helped make this video more intriguing and even taught me new things. So before I end the video, I want to say 2 things. First, thank you for getting me to 450 subscribers, as it greatly encourages me to make even more videos, so please leave constructive criticism in the comments so I can keep on improving. And second, please like and subscribe, as it greatly helps me and this channel and speeds up the time between videos. Now with that being said, this has been Shadow Speakerman. Peace.